dog lovers of all ages. I am Reginald, the author of Zuggy the Pug, and I am here today. Come on up, Princess Zoe. We gotta get you dressed. I know you're not even dressed for your appearance today. I am here today for the fourth and possibly the final installment of short story starters. And this one is actually a fractured fairy tale, is what we like to call it, because the title is Pugerella. And we started this one a couple weeks ago, actually. We have not gotten back to it because we've had so much else going on, but now we're back to it. So I don't know if she's going to wear her puker chief today or not, but we're going to give it a try, or she just might lay here and listen to the story. So if you recall, I'm going to actually take this one from the top so that we can get back on track with where the story was and what was going on. Oh, and I would be remiss in introducing Sir Reginald, who's up in the window. He's looking like a cat today, but he's just checking out what's going on around the neighborhood. So anyway, Pugerella. Oh, let me get this on you, sweet, sweet. Yes, huh? So pretty. So pretty. No? Can I get that on you? Oh, maybe. There we go. I know, it's so boring, huh? It's so boring being dressed up. I know, sweet girl. Yes. Okay, so on to our story. Pugerella, a fractured fairy tale. Once upon a time, in our very own city, there was a dog named Pugerella. She was a sweet little dog who lived for as long as she could remember at the local dog shelter. Ah, she sighed as she stared out her kennel, trying to get a glimpse of the blue sky out the window. I hope someday my forever family will come. She closed her eyes to dream. Pugerella could almost picture her perfect family. Maybe they'll have a little girl who would dress me up in pretty sweaters and scarves. Or perhaps they'll have a boy who will throw me a ball in our backyard so I can play fetch. Her dreams were interrupted when she heard commotion down the hallway. The shelter was opening for the day. Another chance she'd be adopted. But why would today be any different from any other day, she thought, as a tear rolled from her eye. Every day people walk by and look at me. I hear them mumble, "She's too small," or "She's too stout," or "Her face looks funny." Still, Pugerella got up and moved to the edge of her kennel where she could look out at all the people walking in. Just as she expected, a couple people walked by and then moved on. Some looked in and pointed, others shuffled right by, but no one visited. She spent another night alone, and the night after that, and the next night. Pugerella lost track of the days, and she'd almost lost hope. When the shelter opened in the morning, she didn't bother to get up. She laid with her back to the hall. She kept her eyes closed. If I'm lucky, she sighed, I'll just sleep all day. She was sad. But then, what was that? Whispering? She didn't mean for her ears to perk up, but they did. Yes, the voice sounded like kids, maybe two. Did she dare look? She turned her head and saw a boy and a girl at the edge of her kennel. They were smiling. What was even stranger was that they were looking right at her while they were smiling. And they giggled. Pugerella couldn't resist. She was about to get up when they both ran away. What? How? Pugerella dropped her head back onto her paws. I know, just like this, so sad. What's the use, she sighed. Come here, honey bunches of O's. I want to read to you. Come here. Come on. That a girl. That a girl. Okay. A few minutes later, she heard footsteps nearby. She opened one eye to peek. It was the kids, now accompanied by a grown-up. That's the one? The grown-up asked. Yes, they both chimed together. Okay, let's meet her. The shelter assistant opened her kennel and slid a leash over Pugerella's head. She was escorted down the hall to a meeting room. The kids sat on the floor and Pugerella launched herself into their arms. They giggled and played with her and pet her. She moved from one to the other, giving nuzzles and kisses. Oh, and some for the grown-up too. Soon all of them were laughing, and Pugerella did a zoomie around the room. It felt so good to hop and play. She's the one, the kiddos cheered. The grown-up nodded. Yes, she is. Ruff, ruff, barked Pugerella, which meant, yes, yes I am. Pugerella left the shelter that day to her forever home. She kept the kids company while they did their homework, and they comforted her when she became frightened during thunderstorms. They loved each other very much and lived happily ever after. Woohoo! All right, there's your fractured fairy tale. I'm sorry that everyone was so serene today. It seems like it's too early in the morning. Everybody's ready for their mid-morning nap today, so that's what we've got going on. But we're very glad that you joined us. We're wishing you well, hoping everyone is staying safe and healthy at home. And yeah, and so we'll be back with something new soon, I'm sure. We were very privileged to be able to do a reading from Zuggy the Pug for the Humane Society of the Pikes Peak region. So we're hoping that will be up on their Facebook soon, and we'll share the link with you here. Have a great day. We'd love to hear how you're doing and what you're doing to stay busy during this time. So if you want to email us, we can be reached at ZuggyThePug, Z-U-G-G-Y, thepug, @gmail.com. And you can follow us on Facebook too. All right, everybody, have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.